I think what you see here with Trump is that kind of like everything he's doing, whether it's trade, peace, healthcare, it kind of exposes all the same truths. And that is that what we saw for 4 years before him was just weak leadership, which created these messes. And it's strong, decisive leadership that's going to clean them all up. Right, Kev?
Absolutely. My big fear here, though, is, well, if you look at Russia, he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want to end this war with Ukraine. And this thing that China just pulled, this is an escalation no matter how you slice it. Now, looking at the 45 goals of communism, we see number 11 here is promote the UN as the only hope for mankind, blah, 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 push for a one world government. And if we think about our friend Yuri Bezmenov, the Soviet defector, he said there's a 4-point plan to bring communism here, and we are right now at part 2, which is destabilization. That's the riots that we see going on, the crime, etc.
Yeah. Right.
And the next one is crisis. That's a 6-week armed conflict, and that's when they say, hey, everyone, we can continue fighting, or we can just declare one world government. What do you want to do? And I'm just hoping we're not headed towards that.
Yeah,
but I don't trust China at all.
I personally think Trump is a complete wrench in the gears. I think he's fighting globalism tooth and nail across the board.
Yeah.
So I'm not. If we would have had Hillary back in 20, we would have been Agenda 21. It would have been a full-blown global takeover.
Yeah, we'd have been done.
And if we would have got what was that other Cacton goofball's name?
Yeah, I think that's the more appropriate one to look at now. Hillary back then, I mean, honestly, Hillary might look like somewhat like a dream compared to what Harris would have looked like in this world we're living in right now for the last 9 months.
And she would have made less decisions than Biden did. Biden barely was picking his own breakfast. He was puppeted around and told exactly what to do as a pitchman because he's so compromised, right? We can all agree he's probably the most corrupt president in the history of the world. He was owned. So he just did whatever he did, but as long as he could run his scams, get his 10%, get his piece. Hillary obviously was still in control to a degree, and I think it's safe to say one of the worst animals we would ever have seen in the. I think she's one of the worst human beings that ever walked this earth.
She's probably she's what Katie Porter hopes to be, right?
Yeah.
Because she's that bad.
Yeah.
If anything, and Damon, you were mentioning about Kamala, and think about how easy she would have been to control because all they had to do was keep her liquored up. She'd have done anything they wanted, right? But when you talk about the China thing and the deals that Trump has made, not only did he make the deal with Ukraine for their minerals, remember he made that deal, but also he just opened up that Ambler Road in Alaska for minerals so we can start mining our own stuff. Again,
he had to know this was coming.
Right. These moves, he probably saw were coming down the road.
He continues to leverage and pressure, and everybody knows pressure eventually works, especially financial pressure, that we have a lot of control over China. If we really want to put our proverbial foot on the neck, you do it through the banking system, you do it through financials, and Trump knows this. And now he's flexing our own mineral use, our own deals we've done, and the chaos is really it's not the bug, it's really part of the system. And you can tell that China is panicking some of the moves they've already had to make earlier in the year because of Trump. And now this is no coincidence. He cuts this deal, he cuts the deal on minerals, and now all of a sudden we see this today. There's no coincidence.
He had to do all the things he did because we were so vulnerable. I mean, things were really going down. With China dominating us and the world.